Okay, in my previous video, I spoke about I had this incident where a YouTuber had a fight with me, fight or argument or anger. You can check my previous video. But in this video, I want to share with you something personal, okay? Something personal. Now, look at the number of subscribers I have, 40,000, whatever, okay? And if you go to Social Blade, which evaluates channels independently, you'll notice I get 100 subscribers every week or 2 weeks, 100 more, which is very, very, I mean, not only sad, it is, but I'm grateful, at least 100. But if I evaluate myself against other people, I mean, there are people who get 1 million subscribers sometimes. There are these new channels that come out. They have crossed in 4 months, 3 months, 100,000 subscribers, and I'm not going to disrespect them by saying, oh, they got lucky or they were showing their boobs and ass. No, some of them are really good channels, really good content. They put a lot of effort, goodness, and they grow. There are some really good channels like for example, if you see CoffeeZilla, Spencer Cornelia, Mike Winnett, Internet Ajay. These channels just started very lately and they are crossed 100,000 subscribers and they are well on their way to do 500,000. In fact, this bodybuilding channel, Nick Strength and Power, he crossed in less than, I think, a year or 2 years, 1 million subscribers. And he did it organically. He didn't cheat. He must have paid YouTube ads in a legit manner. For 1 million subscribers, man, amazing. Simply amazing. Nothing but respect to these guys. Okay, now, having said that, the question is, why? the question is, why is my channel so pathetic? Why is it that I have only 40,000 subscribers? Chi. Why is it that I have only 100 views? Chi. Ayyo. Like some of our Malayali. Yendada, water. And then obviously I get other people. Ha, what the fuck, LOL, lol, and RFOL, Rafal. Oh, only 100 views, ha, pathetic channel and begging. Okay. I'm not going to, seriously, I am not going to justify. You are right. I'm telling you, you are 100% right. My channel is a sad channel. Only 100 views. Only 40,000 subscribers after so many years. But here's something I'll tell you, which this is not to justify, this is the reality. Okay? Hear me out and let me know your thoughts. Okay? You know, if you, I don't know if you know this, you know, I purchased this super wide PC, which is like $7,000-8,000 I spend. Okay, I bought the fastest PC that I could buy for gaming. Okay, what is that, 6800 and high configuration, wide, 120 hertz, and okay, now I bought that PC. Okay, fine. I bought Asus Zephyrus gaming laptop. Okay, fine. I bought a Nintendo Switch. I bought my iPads. I bought, you know, when that OnePlus T Pro stuff. I bought all these gaming devices. Now, if you follow my channel, you will know, even though I purchased all these amazing gadgets, it has been 6 months since I've even touched some of these devices. In fact, from January, this widescreen monitor, this gaming, I've used it 2 times or 3 times just to have a look at the graphics and do some updates, and it has been off ever since. Okay, now why? The reason for this is there is always work, there is always something to do. And I'm not talking of work because oh shit, I need to make. No, there is money. I'm not I'm not, I don't have money. No, there is money. But I'm not making money. Sorry. Okay, there is money. But now, see, there are two things. One is what I do on YouTube. And the second one is the actual way that I earn money. And the actual way that I earn money is by my professional service, personal branding, coaching, interview coaching, resume rebrand. I make my money through these methods, okay? And I'll tell you, if you do not know, coaching is a very intimate process, very, very intimate. In fact, when I speak to somebody, everything else is off. All the gaming devices, everything is off. My baby is quiet, my wife is in one place, or they are this thing. I give 100%. And after I finish that 1 hour or 2 hour with the clients, I am completely exhausted. I'm like, whew. Because you're taking in the problems of that person, you're analyzing and you're giving him a solution that is not internet based, that is not Google search, that is so unique, it should fit him. Because see, people are not stupid. When they pay you money, they expect the best. And if they get anything less than the best, they want nothing to do with you. In fact, it's the easiest way to destroy your brand or your credibility or integrity is just give a shitty service. And then eventually word of mouth, people say, this guy is crap. Yeah. So by the time I finish, I'm like, fuck. Then I want to rest and relax for some time. Okay. But because I am a guy who's obsessed, I really am obsessed. I don't know if you know that. Like whatever I do like crazy. Like tattoos, you see, not one tattoo. Books, not one book. Videos, not one video. I do everything to the extreme. So even bodybuilding, I used to do it to the extreme, to the point where I couldn't even walk. So now, given my personality the way it is, after I finish work, immediately it goes towards my passion, my hobby, what I love. That is YouTube. That is putting up these videos. I know that there are, even if there are 100 people who are watching my videos, those 100 people are waiting. And I'm like, I need to put out that content for those 100 people. You know, it is not 40,000 people, it is not 100,000, just 100. But to those 100 people who value my content, I'm like, shit, I have this responsibility to make those videos. And if you know, I put 3 to 4 videos per day. If I don't finish those 3 to 4 videos, then next day 3 to 4 more videos will come up. Then the work starts having a backlog. And the worst thing you can do as a creator or as a businessman is to have a backlog. So my challenge is clear it as fast as possible, clear it up. So immediately I make the video, I make the thumbnail, put the description, put the tags, obviously before that edit and all that, and upload it. Now, after it's uploaded, I make sure that I complete the task. And you'll not believe, by the time I complete the task, I'm dead. I'm so exhausted. Like yesterday, I had 3 clients, one VVIP from the government or government of a country, very big, powerful guy. I was like, oh, wow, okay. So finished him. Then I had another 2 more clients. Then you can check my previous video. One guy called to abuse me. So by the time I finished, it was already, I think 12 o'clock or I don't know, it was late. Then by the time I started uploading the videos, when I finished, it was 5 o'clock in the morning, man. 5 in the morning. And I was like this. I was so exhausted that I just took food. I was just eating, and I think I ate a little fast because I have that surgery, it started to pain. I was like, oh, stop, okay. Then I put everything off. I just collapsed, went to sleep. Oh, goodness. When I woke up, obviously my wife and baby had woken up. I talked to them and told my wife, just press my head and please press my legs. So she was doing that. My baby was lying down next to me. And see, the thing is, what I want to tell you is, today, we as human beings, somehow, ever since social media has come, our sense of value, or how we value other people or measure other people's value, before it used to be money, it used to be power. Today it's come down to number of likes, number of views, and number of subscribers. And I'm not dismissing that. I'm not going to give you any bullshit excuse to say, oh no, even though I have less subscribers, oh, I have big contact. No. A person who has like 1 million subscriber base is much better than me, much better in terms of reach. And there are people who have 2 million, 4 million, 5 million, 18 million. Nothing but respect to them, because they have put a lot of effort. They put a lot of effort. They put a lot of they say sweat equity, blood, sweat and tears to reach where they are. However, what you need to keep in mind is your value, or a person's value, is not just measured by what you can see. There are a lot of factors you can't see. Like, for example, if I were to evaluate my wife, she has 0 subscribers, 0 views, then she's worthless, right? Yeah, if you evaluate in terms of YouTube or social media, yes. In terms of business, yes. Character, no. She's 100 times, million times better than most people. But now, if you want to take a very fair evaluation of me versus others who are fast growing, many of them, for them, their bread and butter is exclusively that YouTube channel. For me, my bread and butter is not exclusively the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is a brand extension, as they say, which supports my core business. It is not the all, die all thing, I have other small platforms where I earn other multiple streams of income, but the core income is consulting. And the money that I make through consulting, if I had to do that exclusively on YouTube, that is pay 100% attention on YouTube, I would need to have I'd have to cross more than 1 million subscribers, and each video would have to have minimum of say 100-200,000 views. If I have to earn what I earn on a monthly basis on YouTube, that is how much I would have to earn. So, and one last thing which I want to tell you. My content is not entertaining. It is not like a travel vlog where you travel to many places. It is not fun with girls, guys and toys and this and that, adventure stuff. It is not funny or comedy, and it is not exclusively UAE based also. That is why many people say, what the fuck, man, I came to your channel for only UAE. The problem is, if I piggyback myself only on UAE, then my brand association is UAE. Then if tomorrow there's no demand for UAE, I don't exist, right? So I can't hook my brand on anything. I hook my brand only on Loy Macedo. So people who want the Loy Macedo kind of experience, a little bit of Dubai, UAE, a little bit of personal branding, a little bit of fun, my personal life, that is my brand. Agreed, it is not the greatest. This is who I am. And I think many times you should be true to your brand. You should be true. There are so many people who make the mistake that when there is a trend, they jump on that train and go with the trend. Some people are very successful, like Logan brothers, the Paul brothers, sorry. When Vine was shooting up, they jumped on Vine. When Vine started decline, they searched for another one. They jumped on YouTube. On YouTube, prank videos were earning millions. So they started pranking people left, right and center. Then when prank videos started to decline, they jumped on cringe videos. Cringe videos took off until it started to get demonetized. Then from there, he jumped into podcasting with Joe Rogan's popularity. That went up. Now, it will stay there for some time. And if he doesn't find much money, he'll jump onto something else. And now he's doing boxing and, pissing off people and trying to get reactions. So there are some people who are very good at that. In fact, if you check, there are other channels. Right now, the trend which I see many people jumping on is tech videos. Everyone's doing laptops, computers. Everyone's doing reporting on other fake gurus or exposing scams. Now all these are trends. There will come a time until this trend gets diluted. That is why if you check Unbox Therapy, Dave 2 MKBHD, these tech channels, they have even started podcasting, you know. Not Dave 2D, even Linus Tech Tips. He has multiple channels, not one, multiple channels. They've started podcasting because you have to constantly find other revenue streams if you're, you know, jumping not just on your specialization but on something else. So for me also, I'll have to figure out a way. If not this, what else? Like suppose for example, personal branding and all that. Let's say, example, the fad starts or the trend starts dying out. I have to choose something else to survive and sustain, right? So, see, bottom line, what I want to tell you is, if you evaluate everyone based on numbers and likes and all that, no, it's a rather very, I don't know, sad way to live, because you'll forever evaluate everyone that way, and you yourself will be stuck with that kind of evaluation. So tomorrow, if your likes, if your views, if your subscribers, if your money gets less, it will leave you sleepless because you have hooked your value to something. That is where it is very important to know who you are very clearly. How you define yourself, how you define your sense of self-worth. For me, I don't even define it with my wife and baby. I define it by, am I happy inside? If I'm happy inside, no, whatever it is, whether eating a small plate of rice, whether playing a game, whether uploading videos on YouTube, it may not give me millions, or forget millions, thousands, but I'm happy. I'm happy being able to get up whenever I like. I'm happy staying with my family. I'm happy don't have to travel for traffic. I'm happy doing my exercise. I'm happy that I live this beautiful life, man. So that is my sense of how I evaluate myself. So my question to you is, what is your sense of worth? What is your sense of happiness? What is your sense of joy? How do you evaluate it? I'm not trying to go Sadhguru style preaching, but it's very important to know how to evaluate. It's very important to have that self-reflection, self-awareness. For me, I want to be happy in whatever I do. And it's nothing related to how many likes, subscribers, or even how much money I have in the bank. It's the first thing is, am I happy? First thing, am I happy doing what I do? Am I happy? Then after that, the next one is money, because without money, you can't survive. Then after that comes everything else, you know, like my wife and my baby. Obviously, I've dedicated my life to taking care of them. And from there, you know, the work and, you know, my hobby, work is money anyway. So I hope that this is clear to you. Like I said, I'm not justifying the fact that I have very hardly any views, because like I told you, my channel is only for those people who need something, not want. If it is want, we will go see a movie, we'll go see, like if you see any of the song videos like Cardi B and all that, and they get millions of views. You see a cute girl dancing and TikTok, and they get millions of views doing comedy stuff, and some flashing their tits or showing their ass and this. So there are different ways. So if I were to associate that way, they should be great people. And check Harvard Business School YouTube channel. Some of the videos have only 1,000 views or 10,000 views. So does that mean they're teaching crap? So you need to get your perspective. So anyway, just wanted to share this with you. Bottom line, I'll just tell you this much. Whatever you're doing, whatever it is, if you're finding joy and sense of happiness, don't give a fuck to anybody else. Whatever it is, making money, doing mischief, I don't know, whatever, you smoking or fucking around, or if that is your definition of happiness and joy, do it. Because end of the day, it's your life now, one life. Don't give a shit to anyone. Because remember, after everything is said and done, it's you who will pay the price, nobody else. You'll have to live with your choices, you'll have to live with your sins, so to speak, and you're answerable only to yourself. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's me signing off. You guys take care.